Namaste. So now before entering into the districts, we must consider the hierarchy of judges. And again, this is only part 1. Try not to get confused. I know this can get confusing, but we'll make a flow chart at the end and everything will be alright. So first and foremost, pick up the Bare Act and read section 9. The important MCQs to note from section 9 that often come. The state government shall establish a code of sessions for every session division, right? So now I don't need to explain to you what a session division, what a code of session therein is. So my question to you, or a prelims question to you, is who shall establish a code of session? The Parliament, the CM, the Governor, or rather instead of CM, let's put it as state government and or the High Court. So the answer is state government, because that very thing is given in the Bare Act. So state government shall establish a code of session. ये पहली बात याद रखनी है. Who's establishing these codes? All right. But if you read section 9 again, it will also say one more thing, that the code of session shall have a judge. Obviously it has to be presided over a judge, but that judge will be appointed by who? The High Court. So state government is establishing the code of session, but the judge is being appointed by the High Court, and that is why judiciary exams are held by the High Court. Simple है कि नहीं? Right? अच्छा. Then it says further, the code of sessions में जो judge साहब हैं जो आपने appoint करे हैं, basically of one session division, he can be the additional sessions judge of another session division. Now what is additional, what is assistant? Let's come to that. Always remember, अच्छा सेक्शन 10 पहले डिस्कस कर लेते हैं, फिर हम बात करते हैं. सेक्शन 10 अब देखिएगा बेयर एक्ट, उसमें लिखा हुआ है द असिस्टेंट सेशंस जज विल ऑलवेज शैल बी सबऑर्डिनेट टू द सेशन जज दिस गाय. सो असिस्टेंट भैया जो सेशन जज हैं, ही इज रिपोर्टिंग टू हिम. बट इफ आई वांट टू प्लेस द एडिशनल सेशंस जज, आई विल परहैप्स प्लेस हिम हियर. व्हाई? बिकॉज इज एडिशनल. एक से अगर इनका काम पूरा नहीं हो रहा तो हमने एक और रखा हुआ है साथ में, सप्लीमेंट्री. दैट्स व्हाट इट इज. सो कैन लाइक वन मेन जज एक्ट एज द एडिशनल सेशन जज ऑफ अनदर सेशंस डिवीजन? यस, दैट्स द एमसीक्यू. ऑलराइट. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन द सेशन जज द पोस्ट इज वेकेंट? देन हु विल मेक अरेंजमेंट्स? सेक्शन सेज हाई कोर्ट may make arrangements. So that's another prelims ka MCQ that is done. Who shall make arrangement if the sessions goes vacant, and if you want to basically hear the matter, then who will hear it? Either the High Court will tell the additional session judge to hear it, or the assistant session judge to hear it. But who has this power? Who shall make, or rather who may make arrangements, sorry, not shall, who may make arrangements? The High Court. Alright, and if both of these guys are also not available, then for the Chief Judicial Magistrate, hang on to Chief Judicial Magistrate is another confusing concept. But this is like, so out of all the ministers, one is the Prime Minister. So out of all the judicial magistrates, one will be the CJM. Or obviously that has to be for the first class, remember? That is second class वाले तो अभी first class बनेंगे, फिर वो यहाँ पे आएंगे, right? अच्छा, another crucial MCQ. Can the Code of Session sit somewhere else than its regular seat? Can it do so? Did it happen in the Kathua rape case? Did the hearings happen? Think. Can this be done? And obviously since the question has popped up, yes, it can be done. The Code of Sessions first and foremost will sit at the location that the High Court may specify. First MCQ, who may specify? High Court, not the state government. But can it sit somewhere else if it is convenient for the hearing? But the question is, whose consent do you need to do this? So you need to have the consent, the Code of Session needs to have the consent of the prosecution and the accused to sit somewhere else. मतलब मान लेते हैं पब्लिक ने बहुत मार पिटाई मचा रखी है और it's a very sensitive matter, तो अगर prosecution consent दे दीजिए कि चलो जी कहीं पे दूसरे कमरे में जाके बैठना है, accused ये काम कर देती है, तो जा सकता है. Crucial MCQ, very often asked. In fact 2019 के 6 जुडिशरी के प्रीलिम्स उठाएंगे, सब जगह मिल जाएगा कंसेंट कहाँ पर है. और अच्छा, जो क्वेश्चन जो आता है वो ऐसे आता है, कंसेंट ऑफ प्रोसिक्यूशन, एक्यूज्ड, CJM, prosecution and accused. What is the answer? Prosecution and accused. Alright. So always remember, so in the prelims you're being tested on the bare act. You're being tested from word to word on the bare act. So we have to match. So even if your logical reasoning says something else, word to word bare act checking हो रही है. तो word to word जितने question कर लेंगे उतना better है. और theory से हमें अगर फंडा clear है तो सब clear है. Okay, this we have already discussed. So who is subordinate to the session judge? Additional judge or assistant? Assistant. Okay, now we'll move on to CJMs and other classes of magistrates in the next one, and then slowly and steadily take it forward. Alright, take care, all the best.